Yeah, Espavo, 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 Espavo. Yes, 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 yes. This is obviously the. Oh, it's so cool. It's so awesome, and so obviously yes. I mean, the main wonderful topic of this broadcast on this morning edition of Completely New. So yeah, I mean it's super awesome that we can do this all the time. I mean we're already living in higher dimensions. So what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? Heart powers, heart abilities. It's here's the cool thing. Is we can stay in high vibrational frequencies. You can be, for example, very very multidimensionalistical. And what I mean by that is the following. I mean, love, creation, determination. Like, I feel you. I know. I understand. I've been there before. For example, if I have been there, I mean, I've been there. I know stuff. I've been ups and downs, and there's situations of not good or not bad, or the pretend realm of. And I say that because it's very very cool that I can just do it and then still be anchored in my light body, meaning, which is really cool that I can actually say anchored in my light body. But then again, I'm going to mention that more. But this is the truth, Anchor your light. Anchor your light. You have light. Anchor your light. You're feeling light. I do. I feel super light. And I feel taller, too, which is really cool. I feel really, really blissful. And, I feel great. And so that's something that we can, start to feel all the time. And that's what's coming in front of us. And, I do mention, for example, dreams. And, there's the magical thing, once again, is not just the fact that, and that's kind of like a cool switch that happened, which is very, very cool. Which is a cool thing because it manifests quickly, one. And two, it attracts, the feeling, that light, that touch, that brace, or excuse me, the brace too, but the embrace, and the transportation and the cars and the vehicles and the oils and the touch and the face postures and the face, and the spirit light and the, that attraction. That normal attraction, that total attraction, which is so cool, and that attraction of resonance, and resonance. See what I did there, and just greatness and beauty within all of us. What am I even talking about? Lots of awesome stuff are going on. So here's the thing that's just gonna obliterate some paradigms, because once again science, and this is kind of already known. But we're going to recognize that there's more, as I already said before, I just simplify it with there's more ways to heal than not. So, when we have stuff going on, for example, that false view of scarcity, we got to bring it up because we have to. Scarcity of there isn't enough food or water or enough shelter in this certain area of the world. Help is coming so fast, it's faster than the reality that we can manifest of the dreams that we think about having that, environment abundance. Why? Because here's why. Because here's the thing, once again, and here's major importance, which is I'm actually a huge part of, and which is kind of already a major progress. And I'm focusing on this, but still. That hasn't been forgotten and stuff like that. So it's that and of course, always, I'm always in my light body. I'm always positive and always, co-creationalistical and always perfect. So always, so like, it's 70 years, but I'm going to say just, the next 10, 15 years, and even less than that, 5, even the next 2 years, I'm saying both countries at the same time, continents at the same time. Both Africa and Agartha, and it's both true, but both Africa is going to be the main, like the largest, most productive continent in the world. It's going to be the most prosperous. It's going to be the wealthiest country in the world, wealthiest continent in the world, and the leading continent in production and education, because. I mean, once again, there's nothing to compare it to. It's not just going to be like Dubai. It's going to be Africa. It's going to be Africa. So there's nothing to compare it to. So that's kind of what is going on. because, for example, and there's more of us. And when I mean by more of us, I mean we're everybody and everything is one. In the terms of how we're able to, for example, be aware of our higher dimensionalities. For example, living in higher dimensions, etc., which you already are living in, and the connections that we make with one another. That's how we build such a world so quickly. And it was, previous, and I mean previous because, time is relative. And, for example, it's also non-existent. There is going to be massive leadership in technologies in Africa, for example, and massive change in leaderships in healing and health, in real health, because things are being revealed. Those greater technologies out there, and it's so good that it changes everything. Of course, the character and the mindset and the heart work, brilliant, beautiful, of those beings in Africa who have trained, for example, trained with lack. So that's how we train. And which is why this is so awesome, because we're over-prepared for the abundance that we're going to experience. And this is just the beginning. I should start with the introduction. This is your host. And when I mean host, I'll just do another phrase. I like the word host. I think of it as a positive way. Anyway, this is your creative being, Christopher Malcolm Curtis Bowen, and I love to connect with all of you and join in the super awesomeness of Espavo. So this is your host, Christopher Malcolm Curtis Bowen. This is a morning edition of morning edition of completely new Espavo, or interchangeable. Espavo means thank you for taking back your power in Lemurian. This is your host, Christopher Malcolm Curtis Bowen, morning edition of completely new. I love you all.